Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. On today's video, we're going to talk about the truth about living in Temecula and Murrieta. Over the last 4 years, I've had the opportunity to live here locally. I've lived in the last 15 years, many different areas across Southern California, from the beach all the way inland. So I feel like I have a good gauge on things I like, things that other people like, and things other people and myself do not like about the area. So in this video, I'm going to talk about those things and hopefully make or give you a clear picture of whether or not this area will work for you. I'm a broker here in Temecula. We're also licensed as an appraiser. If you have any questions, please reach out. Also, check out our website if you want more information, in-depth information on different communities, things going on in Temecula. Make sure you check out exploringtemecula.com. I've got a ton of information there, as well as my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe if you have any desire of either relocating, moving, or just purchasing a property in this area. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, so overall, both Temecula and Murrieta are great places to live. It really doesn't matter who you are, there is something for everybody. If you're retired, you've got the weather, you've got the golf courses. If you're a family, there's great schools, there's lots of parks, extracurricular activities, sports for the kids. If you're a newly married couple, you've got the wineries, you've got tons of restaurants, you've got weekend getaways, tons of them within an hour. So there is definitely something for everybody. And overall, both Murrieta and Temecula, you cannot go wrong. And I would suggest, if you are looking to move to Southern California, check out these two areas. I promise you, when it comes to price point for homes and everything available for you, as whether it's, again, as a family, as a newlywed couple, single, there's something for everybody in this town. Okay, so next up, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about things that I hear as well, not necessarily my own experiences, but what other people like or dislike about the city. One of the things that I hear a lot of is the growth that has happened over the last 20-25 years in both Murrieta and Temecula. I think it's over 120% growth in the last 20 years. And there are people that have lived here for many, many, many years that simply hate this. Obviously, with the growth comes traffic. And it's just not, it's not the horse town that maybe it once was 20 years ago. And just the same feelings I got from the beach when I lived there, the small beach town of San Clemente, all of the locals that have lived there and grew up there for 20, 30, 40 years saw change. You see things built, you see housing tracts going up everywhere. So with the weather and with what everything Southern California has to offer, it just stands to reason that you are going to get growth and continued growth throughout the years. Hopefully it does slow as land becomes more scarce. There's just not going to be that opportunity for big housing tracts to go up. But you're definitely going to see the population grow in this area, and I'll get into more of that, or why that's happening later on in the video. Okay, when I talk about specific communities of both Murrieta and Temecula, one of the reasons and one of the unique features that both of these cities have, especially Temecula, is HOA communities. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, I don't want an HOA, but I can tell you that I feel that it really keeps up the neighborhood, and most of the HOA communities in Temecula, and there's a bunch in Murrieta, that have a ton of amenities for that $100 HOA fee. Pools, hot tubs, volleyball courts, basketball courts, parks, baseball fields. I mean, you name it, this city and both Murrieta and Temecula have these things. So again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, it really doesn't matter what age group or where you are in your life. each of these communities has things that usually are a draw to people, no matter where you are. For instance, where I live here in Harveston, we have a beautiful lake that has a 1 mile walking path. It has a beautiful pool. Every morning I walk around the lake 2 or 3 times. We use the pool continuously. So, that is just a snapshot of really what most of these communities have in them. Now, getting back to the HOA, one of the reasons, and I noticed this throughout Southern California, one of the things the HOA does is it keeps the neighborhood up. There is nothing worse than buying a home and having your neighbors not take care of their front lawn, not paint their house. There's many different things that I can talk about, but it really does bring down the neighborhood. Okay, of course, it's Southern California, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but the weather is amazing. Except for 3 months that gets pretty hot. You've got a full year of sunshine. In the winter, it's cool nights, cool mornings, 60 to 80 degrees during the day. In the summertime, you get the hot afternoons, beautiful for patios, barbecuing and that sort of thing at night from about 7 o'clock on. But the mornings, even in the summer when it gets to 100 degrees, if you're walking 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's really nice. It's probably in the high 70s. So overall, of course, it's no secret to anybody, but the weather in Southern California is pretty awesome. Okay, so I mentioned it a little bit earlier on in the video. Lots of people are moving here. We've had tons of growth. What I'm seeing is personally a lot of people from up north, whether it's Northern California, Oregon, Washington State. I'm selling a lot of homes to people from those areas. I don't really get into asking them why they move. What I can say is that out of the 10, 15 people that I've sold homes to from the northern area of the country, I can't find one person, and I routinely call them. We go to lunch, go to dinner, whatever it is, but I always ask them, do you regret moving to Temecula? Because one of the things that I do get a little nervous showing homes for people that have never lived here because there are some drawbacks and negatives, but I have not had one client tell me that they regret moving to the Temecula area. The second group of people that are moving to Temecula are San Diego, Orange County, and Los Angeles. These bigger cities, people want to get out of these big cities. They're cashing in on their homes. They're able to almost buy a home cash in Temecula, maybe not so much right now, but definitely people in the bigger cities throughout Southern California are hearing about the Temecula Murrieta area and making the move, whether it's the homeless situation in a lot of these cities, whether it's the school districts. There are a lot of reasons why people from the cities are moving here, but those are the two biggest groups that I'm finding that I'm selling homes to. Okay, so one of the things about Temecula is that it's very central to a lot of things, and I'll explain why this is both a positive and negative. Obviously on weekends to do things, go to the beach, go to LA, go to San Diego, go to Las Vegas, go to Palm Springs. You're an hour and a half, an hour away from all of these things. And it really allows you to get out and enjoy everything that Southern California has to offer. The negative part is that we're really not close to a lot of these city centers where people have employment. So Temecula is a commuter city, and I would caution people, if you are trying to drive 50, 60 miles per day to San Diego or to Riverside County or to Orange County, the traffic is not fun, and you will live your life in your car. Personally, if you are going to be having a huge commute 5 days a week, I probably would shy away from Temecula just because, again, living in your car in Southern California is not a great quality of life. So just keep that in mind. If you're watching this video, and yes, Temecula is an amazing place, but your job's in San Diego, I would probably, even though it's going to cost a little more, I would probably move down south along the 15 somewhere. So would I move from Temecula after living here for 4 years? At this point right now, I would not move from Temecula. I really enjoy it here. I enjoy dealing with the people here in regards to my business. I feel that you know, it's just an overall, you know, it's less stressful dealing with selling homes here in Temecula than it was at the beach. I'm not going to get into too many details, but I just enjoy my job. I enjoy my overall quality of life a lot more here than the beach. Now, there are things that I miss at the beach. The restaurants are absolutely amazing. Obviously, the weather is a little more temperate. You know, being able to go to the beach, the whole beach vibe is just totally different than it is here in Temecula. But I am still not, I never ever regret moving to Temecula from the beach. Okay guys, so there you have it. A little bit about Temecula and the truth sort of about Temecula. I tried to be honest and upfront of what other people think and what I think. You know, it is a beautiful place, but there are some things that you have to take into consideration before you make a move here. I urge you that we have a phone conversation and you write down questions and I will answer absolutely everything truthfully to you, so you can make a better decision and see if Temecula or Murrieta is or are cities that you would consider moving. Thank you very much, and until next time from Exploring Temecula.